So what I think about Michelle Beadle and Cari Champion tag teaming on Ole Stephen A Smith. I ain't got no problem with it. Michelle Beadle ain't one of my favorite people, but I understand her issue with Stephen A Smith. She think he been coasting and he do. I want to go to LA. I want to go to Miami for the finals. I mean, his whole flexing like that ESPN plantation. He really get his Django. He is really just like the character that Samuel Jackson played in Django. He really is. He's so stepped and fetched. It ain't even funny. He think that plantation ain't gonna care about him, and he luxury and sachets around like he's got a stock in there. Let me tell you something, Stephen A. Smith. You're one Diddy situation or sometime for them folks to get mad at you, and then they gonna pull all your strings off your head. They don't mind you getting clacked on by LeBron James. They let you do your little thing because you brought them some money. You brought them that cash counting on Shannon Sharp. And for Shannon Sharp lost his mind and got sprung on the OnlyFans and blew his whole life savings to cover his behind from being with Diddy. That's what happened. But you brought him that. You ran Max Kellerman off. You ran Molly off. You've been able to act like you got this sway and you flexing. I don't know much, but I'm with the people who know more than me. It's all fluid. Yeah, till they get through with you. But the women's are speaking. Now, Michelle Beadle came on you and said what she said. She don't respect you. A lot of people don't respect you because you be jiving. We know you be hustling. As far as Cari Champion, and she said she had issue with what he said about Jasmine Crockett, and so did Jamel Hill. Well, yeah, duh. You are stepping and fetching for some old, greasy, shameless white guys. You suck up to Jerry Jones with his bigot behind like he still don't know about that picture in Arkansas at that doorway where the black kids were trying to go through there. And of course with Donald Trump, we know how you just love your massa. You beg for your massa. If your master says, can you make sure there's enough gravy? Say, yeah, it's going to be yes, boss. More gravy on your potatoes, boss. I'm going to make sure it's covered, boss. Whatever you say, master boss. Because you're the one who got up there and said your dream of how much money you can make for your boss. You the one who has stepped and fetched to try to downplay people. And you done took out against Jasmine Crockett, who claps on you without trying too easily, I might add. How you gonna have a problem with a black woman who has to go up against a guy who's been charged as a 34-time count felon, who breaks laws left and right, who has DEI, try to downplay the significance of black people? You being a black man, you should know this with the whole thing with World War II and soldiers, etc. That you always quote your grandmother and quote your people. And this is what you up here shuffling for. This is how you shuffleboard your days. Because you can't wait to grin for the masses. And then you wonder why. And we know that you be hanging out with Clarence Thomas too. Then you wonder why people like Cari Champion comes at you and calls you out. Because you always got so much to say against black folks, but you never got anything on the counter. Never got anything on the counter. Anytime somebody white after get in trouble, I'm waiting to hear what you got to say. I be waiting with bated ears and breath, but I don't hear nothing. I ain't hear nothing. You went after Kyrie Irving, you ain't had a half a coin to flip to Josh Giddey. I'm just saying. So your hypocrisy, your embarrassment is beyond. So when I hear about Michelle Beadle and Cari Champion clapping at old Stephen A. Smith, I ain't got no problem with it. He step and fetch. He don't mind. Let the master get you out the jam. Because we already know how this story's going to go. Oh, you know they setting you up for the ultimate pitfall. You thinking that you delusion that you going to get some stock in the company and they just going to sit there and they set you up. And you too gone to see that they give you false illusion of inclusion. False illusion of ego that gets astray. And believe me, when they get through with you, you're going to be reaching for what hair you got left, which ain't much in your head and ain't much in your brain. And you're going to see what happens. Because these folks going to let you know that you can spin it and go around the merry-go-round and wear your fake JRU and hat on your head. Jerry Jones, Donald Trump, none of your white zaddies is going to care about you to save your job. You know. But this because you want to tap dance for massa and be happy, well. But the women is coming back at you. And if Molly got into the ring, ooh, see, because you look pitiful. I don't have I don't really trip on Michelle Beadle because she said the N word and I ain't got over that. And they ain't had nothing to do with her. She said what she meant. Okay. Cari Champion is cool. And but she was when you came after Jasmine Crockett, you gonna definitely don't be surprised if you know what happened to R. Kelly when they said mute. Don't be surprised they be having a Goodyear blimp. Somebody come over there and because you had something to say about the new New York mayor, you gonna catch some backlash, brother. Do you remember where you came from, brother? Because you need to stop shuffleboard and get the Django out your system, my man. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm on one time. Peace.